Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. It's always my pleasure to introduce the Protoss player in the blue in the bottom right. Not the Protoss we deserve, but the Protoss we need right now. It's herO, the smiling assassin. On the other side, though, we have one of the hardest working players in the game, if not the hardest working. A Terran we can empathize with, who represents the rest of us. It's the People's Terran. It's herO. A best of 5 Terran versus Protoss. The aggression and the creativity of herO versus the methodical macro of herO. Something we've seen before, but I'm always happy to see again. And if you want to see more good games for the fans, well, make sure to like and subscribe. And Jimmy, what are we at? 1,114 likes. And I'll cast another series. And I'll probably do it anyways. But starting off, 2 Reapers in the main. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. Hopefully it's about to get a little bit better. herO with Phoenixes as a starting choice. Multiple Reapers for herO with the double gas first. And herO, a battery at the natural, but it's not done yet. He's just going to run by. The Adept doing its best to try to slow this down, but some probes will die. And the grenade, well, 3 kills. He thought about getting the scout. The probe goes for the kill. Spots the Phoenix. Oh, come on. Okay, now he's just being mean. Oh, almost gets another one. Gets a full scout. He saw the Phoenix. The most important part there. Gear just... papers, please. Blazes right on by. Straight out of a cartoon now. But this is no laughing matter. Alright. We don't mind. I think an appropriate follow-up to that statement, but we don't mind. Connects with the Phoenix. And, well, it won't be repaired, but at least it will survive to fight another day. You know what they say. That which doesn't kill you leaves you permanently crippled and unable to be repaired, because we're an advanced alien race who forgot how to repair things a long time ago, which is most of the plotline of at least the first half of Legacy of the Void. But I digress, and sorry for spoilers. But another spoiler. Immortal Charge Lot. There's no robo... Oh my god. Okay, we could stop with following the... Stop it. Stop. Okay. It's always dangerous to follow the Phoenix pathings. I'm sorry, I distracted myself. Immortal Charge Lot Phoenix. I thought we'd see a robotics bay with now 3 gases out of herO. But he's continuing to build Phoenixes, and there's no robo bay. It's going to be Immortal Charge Lot, heads up. As there's no further level of tech. In fact, herO is not building additional probes right now. He does only have 2 going on 3 gates. I'm not sure how intent he is on an actual attack, or if this is just another method of potentially dealing with the 3 racks pressure that Terrans are very likely to bring across. Very interesting. This is different. Not just like an adjustment, but the lack of Robo Bay at all is a curious choice. Speaking of cure-related choices, we do have 2 gases at the natural now for cure. Triple threat on the way. Double medevac. Well, as soon as he gets the gas for it, we'll start up. He's got a Raven. Building up energy. So, looking like a pretty cookie cutter. Straight out of the mold, straight out of the oven. Stim combat shield +1 push. Now, herO is looking to meet it head on. He hasn't built a probe in several minutes. At least a couple. The Adepts are coming in. He's actually going to show the Adepts the army itself. herO has sat back until this. herO's going to try to jump the army as it comes out of the base, but this feels like going against the grain right now, as herO has focused everything on putting together this army. He's going to try to fight straight up. Slaps down a couple auto turrets just in time. Picks up. There's no stim. There's no combat shield. There's no +1. herO's trying to win the fight before it even starts. And, well, this is quite literally the best case scenario. herO just jumps him as he was trying to hop into his car before he could even get out of the driveway there. And now it's just waltzing into the base with the Immortals. There's a couple Marines at the back. The SCVs are a surprisingly effective counter to the Immortals. There's not that much ability to actually deal with the rest of the army here. Putting together a proxy gate. herO was building some probes behind. As soon as he saw the fight was going well, I think he realized he is not going to really win the game outright, but instead can just take map control. He's going to get the rest of the tech tree now. Meanwhile, a single Viking has made its way across the map, and herO has no response. He's actually microing his Phoenixes on the other side. Almost, wow, 3 kills for the Viking. Looking for more. Doesn't get any. A little bit of mining time lost. But yeah, herO pinpointing the timing. I really thought it was a risky endeavor. I'm surprised Cure just kind of wandered out into the fight, but it ended up being just good enough to keep Cure bottled up. Well, the Immortals, the Whittle Mine count is making those Phoenixes incredibly nervous. Cure clearly focused on the mines, and the Phoenixes very wary of them. Oh, he spots another one. It's getting quite difficult for Cure to do anything here. The Phoenixes have a hard contain. Like, he keeps walking into the natural. Well, those are... They do have... No, they do not have blink. He just loses 3 Stalkers. I thought it was a bit ambitious. Indeed it was. Cure, even on supply. And the worker count is a 20 advantage for herO here. Which means... Oh, no. Well, the Widowmines won. They connect. At least one of them. Picks up another. Proxy gate is taken out, but that means the army supply is massive for Cure compared to herO. And it's going to be mostly Phoenixes. The first Colossus is on the way. Extended Thermal Lance, Blink +1, but they're still a while out. And herO could find himself in a similar scenario to where he caught Cure just a few minutes ago. Right before all those upgrades finish. He's most vulnerable. Those Colossi, they don't have the ability to keep the bio at arm's reach. Well, I guess if you shorter arms, but... Blink is finishing, but there's only 3 Stalkers out. The Phoenixes are not with the army. And the Widowmines are making it difficult to get any sort of counter damage. Already a lot of the Phoenixes softened up. Extended Thermal Lance is not done. He's just going to try to jump the Colossi against one. Immortals. Oh my god, he just lets the mines fire up. Actually, not too much damage there. The anti-air is somewhat lacking. An awkward situation where it looks like both sides are going to be doing terrible, terrible damage to each other. But the Marauders trying to get the Colossus. Oh, obliterates it with that last shot. The Phoenixes had to look on. I think they just didn't have enough energy to finish off the Marauders. But Cure, he does have a 3rd command center. He does have 1-1. He does still have production. But herO has 4 bases. He's still got most of his Phoenixes. In fact, he hasn't lost a Phoenix yet, which feels like a bit of foreshadowing here. He's got 3 Phoenixes, an EMP and a strong gust of wind away. He's camping the production. Active enough. He's on top of it. This is such a risky move. Well, not so much risky, but requires so much attention out of herO. But he's willing to pay it. As it keeps... He's essentially just camping the production. The Blink Stalkers blunking forward. Take out 2 of the medevacs. Straying out ahead in the orbital command. Cure, it's going from bad to worse, but the Widowmines! 8 kills. It could have been worse. It always could be worse. But that certainly doesn't help. Those Widowmines keeping Cure going for now. Is there an armory done? No. And with no armory, already a cannon on the way. The Widowmine drop going to be chased down. That did drag the Phoenixes back across the map. But now, herO just has to win one more fight. One more fight. And Cure, well, if Cure doesn't make game-winning progress, he just won't have the economy to continue. His main base is mining out. The tech is not getting any better for him. Well, he's throwing a few ghosts into the mix. But here's taking a 5th of base right now, so... Cure, okay, just stims. We're going. Phoenix is trying to get involved. Widowmine's just kind of scrambling through the fight. Actually managed to fire in the midst of it. Cure is... What? The Marauders Another Colossus comes up, and again, somehow, just barely, it seems like Cure has enough to survive the fight. 2 or 3 more Marauders, and he very likely could have taken out 2 more Colossi. That fight, he stumbled his way into it, but almost ended up the victor. A Pyrrhic victory for herO, as he loses a huge amount of supply for relatively little cost. But, unfortunately, the tie goes to the leader. And right now, herO just has so much economy. The boys are pulled. Cure taps it out. There's still too many Colossi. The SCV is going to be roasted. And herO, a tenuous but convincing game 1. He manages to take... That was a very weird timing. Going for the Immortal Charge Lot, he was clearly trying to catch the Terran army before the triple threat. Okay, before that stim, that combat shield, that +1 attack. But if Cure had been in a little bit of a better position, those like Immortals and Charge Lots just don't cut it usually. This time around, though, they were sharp enough. Wow. Okay, Jimmy, game 2. The probe scout at the beginning of the game. It's one of those. Cure has to be thinking. Well, Cure has a tendency. He's been on a proxy wreck spree lately. I don't know how much of this is just mind games from herO, and how much of this is I want to know if you're building a barracks in your base or not. He got here before the depot finished and the barracks would be built. So, while he sacrificed a significant amount of potential economy to get the probe scout, Cure is a methodical Terran. If you throw him off his game, as we saw last time, it's hard for him to get back on track. I mean, he's got a lot of momentum behind him, so sometimes... Oh, no! Ah! Oh, the first admission that probe very much bothered him. You can get in, but you can't get out, unless you recall how. Slaps down the supply depot to block. Yes, we're still going. The probe chase is gonna finish well, or continue the supply depot. This is moderately annoying now for Cure. Don't lose CV. He's gonna come back around, but the repair is there. He tried for it. Still. And the Reaper. Down he goes. What is it this time? The Phoenix control. I don't know how many Phoenixes, if any, that herO lost by the end of the last game. A surprising amount kept alive, despite the Widowmines, despite the Marines. herO maintaining the Phoenix count. And eventually that built up enough damage to put him in a good spot. They are a bit of a fragile unit, but you have to be right on top of them. I mean, you look away for a couple seconds, a couple Widowmines burrow. But herO was confident that he'd be able to maintain that position, camping the production. Reapers jump in, hop right back out. Adept already shaded, trying to intercept. It's gonna be an Oracle this time around. Hellion. I don't know how much of this, well, Cure clearly wants to scout. He gets in towards the main spots, the Oracle building. And going for the probes, why not? He's got most of the valuable information here. Hellion. At the natural. Actually, the Adepts all went for the Reapers. Hellion pokes a probe down. And then dives out. I don't think herO will adjust course to try to kill one Hellion. Ah, yes, the old find the Widowmine trick. Alright. Okay, alright, that was close. herO, reacts in time. herO on point. And burning through, but a Viking! knocks the Oracle out. Immediately hits the deck to help deal with the Adepts and the damage the probe did earlier. Oh, it wasn't so innocent. Even a single hit from a probe allows the Adepts to two-shot SCVs. So that does make the difference in this scenario. Cyclone, box on. Another Oracle comes in. A bold move. He ended up killing 4 Marines and 4 SCVs. But, oh, if he ends up losing this Oracle as well? Oh, didn't quite get the high ground. Just turns around and slaps down the Revelation. SCVs. For Ire. And much like Ire, died unceremoniously because of poor tactical decisions. The Adept goes down. And now Cure, like... It's been losing 2 Oracles. There's a lot of momentum lost. And he didn't really slow Cure down at all. Cure just kind of covered across the map with everything he has now. Are there even some SCVs? No, those are all Marines. That's a lot of Marines. He picks up one of the Widow Mines. Awkwardly, both... Yeah, Cyclone dropped back down. Micro's back. Another Cyclone. Oracle getting some counter damage now. And how does Cure always end up in these games? It's gonna be another awkward, like, pseudo base trade-ish. Cure took a lot of damage at home to the Oracle, but... Well, I say but. Oh no, to the herO! Another deja vu. We've just been in this place before. Oracle dying, but cast Revelation. Not so great. Siege tank. There's 3 Phoenixes and 4 Stalkers. That shield battery has a lot of heavy lifting to do here. Liberator sieges up. Gonna try to get around the side. That Liberator making things more difficult. Firing through the Cyclone that was lifted up in front of it. Siege tank put right back down as he didn't have nearly enough in order to take it out in the sky. The Liberator takes a pot shot, and that shield battery drained of energy. The siege tank at the back, herO, can barely escape from his own base. The natural and the third being cut off by the multi-siege here. As Cure with the minimalist siege. How long on shield battery overcharge? It's up. Wait, he doesn't have energy. I think he does. Oh, but he doesn't have shield batteries. You know, those ones are pretty important for shield battery overcharge. Another Liberator as well. Just covering the siege tanks. I think that was queued up on the other side of the map. A Viking is lifted into the sky, but not of its own consent. A Liberator's moving forward. Cure is taking his sweet time about this push, which has given herO a little more leeway to try to put together a defense. But trying to overextend and, well, if you go too far too fast, you run the risk of the Phoenixes and the rest of the units overcommitting into overcharge. Which, that's a convoluted sentence, but when you're able to slowly but surely take out the shield batteries while zoning out everything on the ground, right now herO doesn't have the production in order to overwhelm this army. Usually you need the charge lots. You need something to be able to close the distance on the tanks, clear up some space, but charge is not done. 2 more seconds. He's just gonna go. This is the best it's gonna get. Picks up the Marines, makes it a little easier. Picks up every single siege tank, but the Liberators are still mostly uncontested. The tanks, 2 of them gonna go down in the air. Another couple drop down. The Liberators, well, the Phoenixes could take out the Liberators. Another incredibly awkward fight. But Cure, actually, the push has been gutted. Only the bones of it remain. And now those are being picked apart by the Phoenixes. He walls off the naturals. The charge lots just wandered past, realizing they had no more targets. The SCVs have to be pulled. And it looks like Cure, the push did take far too long to come together. And now herO will take 2 in a row. What a... Ooh. herO with 2 somewhat confusing yet decisive games as Cure cannot find his footing, quite literally, because half the time he seems to be lifted up into the sky by hero's phoenixes. All right, well, going into game 3, those were two of all the StarCraft 2 games I've ever seen. Those two were certainly two of them. Game 3, Ancient Cistern. Jimmy, thank you. Probe Scout, a little later this time, off of the gateway, but look for the proxies. Can never be too careful. hero's on point. Kira bringing out... It's just, it's not polished. hero's been getting far too much done with the Phoenix. Once again, the Oracles did almost less than nothing. The third Oracle actually ended up getting some SCV kills, but then it died. The first two Oracles, even though they weren't lost immediately, those were poor trades. I wouldn't be surprised if hero just goes straight back to Phoenixes this time around, as he is absolutely nailing it with the Phoenix Micro. Even if it's hard to tell, really gauge these fights, Roddy would be proud. Pro finally gunned out. Got a full scout. Saw the factory timing, the expansion, the fact a Marine was built at all. Only one gas in the main, at least for quite a bit there. So now, hero builds a robo. He pulls another card out of the deck. Which, well, we'll see. I am very surprised, like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? And again, Protoss players do feel kind of obligated to bring several builds to the matchup, especially in Protoss versus Terran. We'll see how Cure deals with it. I'm not sure if this is some sort of shenanigans, aka like a quick prism or disruptor drop or something like that, or if he's just playing it ultra safe on match point here. Alright, Adepts. This is an awkward fight indeed. Murdering those Marines. It's going to be there is going to be a quick prism, but with no real strings attached and no Robo Bay for disruptors. Just something to keep Kier busy. The SCV hunted down by the Probe Adept combo. Hero just wants something to micro, okay? A true Protoss art. Just give me something. Whether it's Phoenixes, camping the production, or a War Prism with whatever gateway units you can jam inside it, then that's what hero needs in the early game. He's once again going to be upping Cure's grill well before Cure would be comfortable with it. He has not been able to get to that 3 racks timing untroubled throughout this series. Cyclone comes out, tries to juggle. Oh, he's got... Okay, here we go. Blink Stalkers versus... No, not Blink. Ghetto Blink Stalkers. He loses one. Okay. Both players. This is like that arcade map. Technically, Cure could dodge every single Stalker shot with perfect Medevac micro. You can easily break the lock of the Cyclone with the Prism. Can't stop the Marine shots, though. Alright, some more Ghetto Blinking. Gonna try to take out... Well, gets the Cyclone. Going for the Raven. Gets the Raven. Well, losing some Stalkers down to 4. Well, it can only fit... They'll expect some of us in the Wreckage, brothers. Only 4 of the Prism. There's strict weight limits. So, was that worth? He did kill the Raven, which is a huge part of any... Oh, my. Well, oh, no, 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 the Widow Mine! And... Ah! Oh, my God. No, just recall it, please. This is a disaster piece. Almost gets it. He goes for the recall once he's out of vision. No Viking on the way. No, maybe Cure was planning. He's building a reactor right now, so he can't build a Viking currently. Almost gets the prism. If he had gotten the prism with 4 stalkers inside, oh well, this game would turn on a dime there. But instead, Cure, well, he eventually defends. hero's on 2 bases. Is that what's in there? An immortal. Okay. Well, yeah, an EMP and a strong gust of wind would blow away this prism, which seems to be a running trend for air units in this series. Just dropping Marines out. No stim, no combat shield. Just their fancy armors and their surprisingly effective rifles. What? Did he just kill 10 probes with... What? Am I... It was just the Marines. How does he kill 10 probes? How does that happen? Oh my god, they're still going. I didn't realize. They have plot armor. Ah, that explains it. It wasn't just no combat shield, it was plot armor they had there. Using their plot devices that they fired out of it to make sure this series isn't a 3-0. There is no excuse for losing 10 What is going on? He lost 10 probes to an unstimmed, like a naked Marine drop. Naked as in they don't have their upgrades. You know what I meant. A, starter Marine. Like a starter pack, alright? Buy the digital deluxe combat shield. Like and subscribe version. Okay. Just build another prison. At this point, I'd like... This is... Widow Mine drop. There is storm. Okay, to be clear, there's a storm prism drop. I'm trying to interpret the Luigi board of this game and figure out exactly. Neither player seems to really be confident in where the other is going or where they want to be. herO has decided to attack 2 base into 2 base. I guess Cure technically took a 3rd. So he wants to get some damage done, but herO, his economy is kind of mediocre. He doesn't have too much. He has the Templar. He has this prism, which is just stressing me out. Alright, he's gonna try to deal with that. Who would have thought? Okay, he's gonna go for the storms. Ends up hitting more of his own zealots. Here come the Widow Mines. Morphs an Archon. And then just leaves the game. Refuses to elaborate further. Well. Well, that took a turn. Cure probably just... That entire game, Cure was just there. Okay, he did the Marine drop. He burrowed some Widow Mines. He almost killed that, but herO just kind of dove it headfirst into a wall on that one. So, very kind of him in this Korean StarCraft 2 League Finals to not just win 3-0 with some silly Stargate opener, but instead try some crazy Ghetto Blink Warp Prism Stalker drop. herO! Build a damn star... This is not Angry Coach. Alright? These players, they could beat me every day of the week with one hand tied behind their back. And, while, what are they doing with the other hand? No, I don't know where this joke is going. But what I'm trying to say is, build a Stargate, herO. What? You've tried it? If he doesn't build a Stargate this game, what are you doing? What is that? Why are you building a Zealot? What is he doing? Somebody Somebody, please. Somebody help him. Okay, he might cancel it. If there's no NG Bay block or something. I mean, this is a thing. It is a thing, alright? On a scale of 0 to things, this is definitely trending towards the latter, but it always gets me. We've seen this in a lot of Protoss series historically. Where the Protoss player gets an edge, like, with a certain style or a certain build, and then just decides that build isn't gonna work anymore because they've already played it too many times. To which I say, okay. It's true. It's happened before many times where a Terran, or especially a Zerg, will adapt and counter the build, and you have to bring another strategy to the table. But herO was struggling against the Stargate. Now hero's going for a robo again? Okay. Here we go. I mean, he's still got a game to burn here, so. Not that I necessarily want to go all the way to match point, but. Well, another robo. This really feels like herO's build order tester series here. Kira's just there for dramatic effect. Alright. Are we gonna see another prism drop? Or is this something different? The Adept? Oh, he's just gonna go for it. Unfortunately, well, the Reaper. Yep, he saw the robo. Which, now it's not gonna do too much for Kira, but he does know he doesn't have to deal with Stargate. He can't be 100% that it's going to be the Warp Prism yet again. But just knowing is half the battle. The other half the battle is the battle itself, of course.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Hellion, just gonna confirm, sees the Twilight. Kira just... This open door policy. Well, that's just Protoss in general, but... Alright. Here we go with the Prism. Kira gets another crack at dealing with this. I think it did pretty well in the previous match. Well, there are some clear weaknesses here. What are we doing, guys? What is this clown car exchange here? Widowmine connects. Kira not quite managing to get the prism, but it's damn close enough. Now, quite a liability. There's a bunker, and Kira going out with the 8 Marine drop. I really was trying not to jinx it earlier. When I was saying... I thought about talking about how herO... Oh my god, it's the amazing herO we're seeing here today. Okay, the herO that's on point with the laser precision micro, the top tier builds and reactions. And then here we are. I mean, he just goes for it. He follows up the Warp Prism drop with even more Warp Prism drop. The Widowmine, oh my god, he almost loses. The Warp Prism to the splash damage. The boys are pulled. The SCVs are on the front line. But Kira does still have that medevac trap. He tries to juggle out of the base. Is there enough energy for recall? More than enough. He recalls home. As long as herO doesn't lose... Oh, don't lose the Prism. Okay, as long as he doesn't lose 10 probes. But he's just fighting. These units are still so damaged from earlier. We're just there and back again. Wait, no, he's winning. No, Kira, no, herO, come back. He's winning. The Marines are winning the fight. Well, the probes are pulled, which makes it harder for him to target. He goes for the Stalker. He gets it. He actually just killed all the gateway units. One hero marine. Big game out there. Hey, all right, not the medevac. Gee, all right, the medevac gets out. Otherwise, no survivors. It appears that's a running trend. The warp prism and the medevac, the two greatest offenders, throwing units to their eventual deaths. Cure managed to recover here. We got a storm drop coming in. But clearly, Cure is aware of the danger. That doesn't mean he's necessarily going to be able to mitigate it. Alright, the storms get... unfortunately, kind of hit himself. Well, he loses both Templar. Oh, this is... Oh my. I award you no points. And may God have mercy on your soul. What are you guys doing out here? In the medevac. It's one of those... Everyone's had one of these ladder games, too. Where, so, like, one of the players, or both of you get tilted, and you just can't get back on track. It just keeps getting worse. Keeps sliding downhill. It's like a Two Stooges sketch here. Neither of them can seem to get back to sanity, snap back to reality. It just keeps getting... It keeps getting worse. That storm drop killed like one SCV, and then he lost the prism in both Templar, which I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, wasn't quite worth it. I've consulted with my best account. Oh, here we go again. All right, round 2. 2 Templar and a full HP prism. All right. All right, 3 kills. Well, he got out. Yeah, but wait. A Marine drop. He went with the feedback. I don't know if he had enough energy for Storm, but... Well, here comes the prism again. Oh my god, it won't stop. He stims his entire army to catch it, but he's going for it. Oh, he gets one for it. The Robo tied to the Marines. Like, I've been really trying to keep it together. Like, we're watching some top-tier pro... These guys, I don't know. It's a positive feedback loop. Up to and including the not-so-positive feedbacks, where they both just keep... dragging each other back down into the mud. Okay. Nope, no army there. What is this scan? What are you scanning for? Did that even catch where the Nexus would have been? He's looking for the army, but like... Another Marine, another round! Oh, never mind. Here goes the recall. This game may never end. This could continue for 35 minutes. 2 Robos on the way. Oh my. Well... A Raven with 3 auto turrets murders 8 probes. Cure's still on 2 base, but... There's a Robo Bay. Quite... Well, better late than never, I guess. Building in the back of his main where nothing bad has happened before. So. Oh, here we go. This one's Zealots, which is a little more realistic. Surprisingly little in terms of total resources have been lost, as they both... He misses the Robo Bay. Not that it's really relevant to the... Did you expect him not to react? He goes in anyways. Well, part of this is to try to get some damage done here. Some more feedbacks being thrown out. Widow Mines on the front line. Beautiful Storm. Widow Mine killed. Widow Mine kills the Observer, which means no detection for the mines. Storms... and then herO just fucks right off and goes the other way. Recall is very much on cooldown. The mines are gonna get cleaned up. Kira picks up and heads for the main. There's nothing there to defend. hero's halfway across the map. He's still got like 15 seconds on recall. We're heading back. There's one Templar. Storm strongly suggests that these medevacs don't stick around much longer. Suggestion is not respected. There goes. Wait, no. Oh, the ghost. Oh. Those words did not age well, and neither did the ghost. Very dead. So herO now has the supply lead. He's failed his way into success here. Interference matrix. That Raven's still alive. Widow Mines. Colossi. Field battery overcharge. Oh, gets one immortal. Targets the pylon. Cancels the whole damn warping. The Cure, though, just kind of tearing his way through everything here. One Colossus left. Unclear exactly what's happening under those medevacs. +2 weapons done mid-fight. For what units of Widow Mine's going on? And herO, wow, he's super dead. Wow, he just died. Wow, oh my god. I don't think that could have gone much worse for herO if he right-clicked his entire army past with a move command. So now, despite our best efforts, we're on match point. What a disaster piece of a series this has been. All right. Huh. No, Jimmy, my good memes. Well, they're all good, but... Okay. Well, this is definitely one of those where you get so tilted, you drag your opponent down with you. I'm not sure who started it here. Honestly, I feel like herO has tilted himself and brought Kira with him, which has put Kira back in the lead, momentum-wise, because herO just has continually outplayed himself for 2 games now. The question is, does herO want to win? Or does he want to go robo? I think that's where we are now. As herO, I'm revoking his Warp Prism privileges. Because it's not working. Okay? Warp Prisms are like Phoenixes, except in all the ways that make Phoenixes good. In this scenario. herO keeps using the Warp Prisms like shuttles from Brood War. Except he doesn't have Reavers in him. And that storm is not... Just... Let's go back to the Stargate herO. Please. For my sanity. Not that that's necessarily monetizable, but... Yeah, Kira's been consistent. Kira's done not quite the same build, but he's stayed along the predicted style of 1-1-1 into some sort of early kind of tech aggression, and then probably failing with said tech aggression into a bio push. Maybe mixing in a drop or two there. Whereas herO did the strong switch from Stargate into Robo. Now the moment of truth. His Cyber Core is finishing up. He doesn't have... Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no, he's doing it again. Well, here we go. He didn't have the second... Well, he didn't go for a second gas particularly. All signs indicate... Okay. At least it's a Twilight. I guess it's something new. I don't know why the Stargate is no longer the choice. I would love to know why, after 2 successful Stargate games, we're now... Let's see how the Twilight does. Don't you dare make a Dark Shrine. Alright, please just go blink. Okay. Alright, it's blink. Now that I've said it, there's definitely going to be a Dark Shrine. Do the grenade thing. Oh my god, he just missed it. He completely whiffed. And he just threw. All he had to do is follow the train. I know. That describes this series so well. All you have to do... Well, the grenade thing, where you can bounce the Reaper somehow into the main. Not even Maru does it consistently, but Kier just whipping it over the top of the Cybercore really just summarizes how I feel about this series so far. Robo on the way. This is a quote-unquote safe... Wait, is it? It's just 3 gate blank so far. No, it's 4 gate. 1 gate was finishing up. So, 2 base blink pressure. Feels like herO has a Jekyll and Hyde situation going on. Stargate and Robo. As long as Jekyll was widely accepted and successful, and Hyde was throwing away his war prisms in a depressing manner. Well, war prisms it is again. It's gonna go for the blink. We've got a Widow Mine drop coming in at a inauspicious timing. As herO has blink done. This could be just outright disaster. Yeah. Oh, he gets the medevac. He's gonna have another blink. Blinks the Stalker. So that went about as poorly as a Widow Mine. That went about as badly as a Widow Mine drop could go. He lost the mines. He killed 2 probes in total. herO may very well just blink in the and win the game here. He decides to go with those first 4 Stalkers. Now, if he loses the Prism, then Kier gets quite a reprieve. All he has to do is keep the blunks his way in. The boys are pulled. 2 Marauders are going to help out a bit. They're even trying to wander into things. There's an Observer joining us. Oh, what is going on here? There's a Reaper and a Hellion in the main. Oh my god. Kier somehow gets a Reaper Hellion in. There isn't a depth there. He's actually killing... Oh my god, he almost got the probes. But it appears herO has gone with the go fucking kill him strategy. And this time, with blink from the blink upgrade as opposed to blink just from a prism, he may very well be successful. He wins, right? Yeah, he blinks right on top. The boys are pulled again. I mean, there's still Marauders. There's Marauder. I'm like, he's like not, yeah, there you go. All right, and then it just kind of ends. herO, 3-2. Well. Kier just happy to be here this time around. Well, that was nothing if not dramatic. Honestly, you gotta have some of those series as a good contrast to most of the rest, but not good for my blood pressure. But hopefully good for your entertainment. Thank you for watching. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Make sure to check out Patreon if you got the means and motivation. If you don't got the means, that's fine. Like and subscribe. If you don't got the motivation, why are you hate watching? All right, it's pretty mean. But thank you for watching anyways. Good luck, have fun. I'll see you next time. That's it. Cut. Oh, stay chill. Why do we do that? That's not even a good... We gotta come up with a better outro. I know.